Many people that go into marathon blocks sometimes don't know what's in store for them. They're totally oblivious to it, especially if you're new to a marathon or you're like me and you've only done one block before. You may go into it thinking it's not going to be that hard or everything's going to go to plan. Well, take it from me, I've only done 1 3/4 and that is not the case.
I'll never do another marathon video.
A number of things can cause hiccups in marathon training, like illnesses, injuries, just different occasions in life really. Underestimating them completely, like underestimating the training or underestimating the marathon just in general. Points in the training, this is, I've noticed like a lack of motivation or just not being as enthusiastic as I was at the start when it was all fresh and new.
This training's starting to get a bit just monotonous. It's starting to do my head in a little bit, I'm not gonna lie.
I think every single one of them points I've just mentioned has popped up at one time or another in my training, and I'm not even at the end of my second block yet. Moving on from all them points there, I think being ill the end of last week just knocked all my mojo off. Like I didn't have the enthusiasm about training as I did have a couple of weeks before. That's partially the reason of why I only done 3 runs this week. But as I didn't feel up to running early in the week, I just jumbled my training around a little bit. So I moved Tuesday's run to Thursday. And I think like all them points I described earlier, I think that's why you've got to make your marathon block flexible, because things aren't always going to go to plan. Tuesday's session was 10 times 2 minutes uphill, so I'll just move that to Thursday instead, like I just said.
Honestly, sick of pressing that button at the bottom of this hill.
And then Wednesday's run stayed the same, so I started my week at Wednesday instead of Tuesday. So Wednesday's run stayed the same, it was just the usual Wednesday run home from work. And honestly, one point I've been thinking about is if I dread like all the easy paced runs, even though they're only 12k, if I dread them when I'm lacking a bit of motivation or enthusiasm, like how do people enjoy training for ultra marathons, like doing 30k runs in the week, and it just blows my brain. I've said this 100,000 times before, but just the difference having a bit of company makes on your runs. It helps you physically, it helps you mentally, and it just makes you enjoy it more. And also it helps keep yourself accountable. Like it would be easier to just ditch that run off, but when there's someone going to be there waiting for you, you think, oh no, I've got to go for that reason in itself, and then you probably end up enjoying it anyway. So then going from Wednesday's run to Thursday's run, it was 2 minutes uphill 10 times, like I've explained earlier. If you've ever done a session like this, you'll know what most people think of them. They're absolutely horrific. So after saying that, I'm going to say I'll encourage anybody to just go and do a hill session if you haven't done one before, and just find out for yourself. All jokes aside, after you get past of the feeling like why the hell have I just done that for, and after you get past the feeling of throwing up, you'll get like the massive sense of achievement. I always think when you're like into something, like the harder the session you do, the more accomplished you feel afterwards, and like the better you feel.
Do you know what, they're fucking amazing, I know. Come on, son.
But like if you say that to a new runner, they'll think, no, I'm never doing that ever again. But it is definitely one to try, and I assume it boosts your fitness tenfold running up hills. This noise is horrific on this chair. But moving on to my third and final run of the week, and hopefully my third spot in my bedroom and my final one. But it was a big 32k, and I'd started to enjoy the thought of running again by this point. It's not like I was, do you know what, I was dreading running the last couple of weeks. It's Sunday morning today, and to be honest, this week I ain't really been getting the camera out that often. For a couple of reasons really. One of them, I've just felt less motivated this week than any other week in this whole block. I don't know why, it's just everything feels like a chore, and it's like just so, I think it's because it's so regimented, like I have to do this on this day, this on the next day. There's no like freedom to it. But today, I don't know, maybe it was the destination where I went, and it was just, yeah, I felt a bit more up for it. And I've also come to Sutton Park, where I've done my first ever race. Looks quite nice. And honestly, it just goes to show how much one session can change your whole mentality again.
Oh man, that was tough at the end. I'm glad I've got it finished, because I don't, like I said before, there's 6 laps of 5k roughly. There's this hill in the middle. I'm not sure what elevation it is, but look, you can see on the graph. And running up it, obviously getting progressively quicker each time. just makes it harder and harder, especially on fatigued legs. But hopefully sessions like that will boost your fitness the most. Well, obviously they will. And hopefully London, I don't think it's that hilly at all. And I've got to run at one steady pace instead of getting quicker every 10k. I'm not expecting it to be easy by any means. That's basically what I done last time. I underestimated it. But this time I know what I'm in for. I've already done one. I feel fitter this time. I've been more consistent. Hopefully this marathon's more flat than Chester. There was a few hills in there that stung me a few times. But all in all, I feel like I got my mojo back today after that run. All in all, a good session. I'm feeling fitter than I ever have running wise, and I'm feeling more confident after today's session.
So I'll try to do something a little different for this video instead of just being my one run after another, which is obviously the easiest to put together and make. But I wanted to try something different. That's like the beauty of this. I know I don't get thousands of views and that, but I enjoy making them. It's like the aspect you can do literally anything you want. But in this video I just wanted to share some of the things that can pop up in marathon training, especially to an average runner like myself.